Just like your life, this jar has limited capacity. And he said, we're going to begin to fill this jar. So he took a bag of rocks and began to scoop rocks into this glass jar until the rocks filled all the way to the top. And when he tried to put more on, they were falling off. And he stopped there and he said, let me ask you a question. Is the jar full? Can I put any more in? And the class said, nope, that's full. You can't put any more rocks in there. And he said, if you think the jar's full, watch this. Then he took some sand and he began to pour sand into that jar. And the sand filled in all the gaps around the rocks until it was filled all the way to the top. And again, he held the jar up and said, is the jar full now? Well, they weren't quite so quick to answer this time because it had been burned the first time. So the instructor proceeded to take a pitcher of water. And he poured water into that jar until it was full all the way to the top. Then the instructor set the jar down. The lesson we learn from this is that if you don't put the rocks in first, they won't get in at all. Folks, our lives are limited. You have limited capacity, and so do I. We have a limited amount of time. We have a limited amount of energy. We have a limited amount of resources and influence. Our lives, like that jar, are limited. And every single day, you and I make decisions about what goes into our jar. And if we're not really careful, we can fill our jars completely to the top and leave Jesus out.